Good morning, good morning. It's Catherine Gordon from the Sugar Freedom Channel, coming to you from the Sugar Freedom office with Do This and Never Skip a Workout Again. Give yourself absolute permission to enjoy the training that you're doing. And the way that I do that is whatever training I'm doing, there are different levels of intensity, and I pick the fun level of intensity. For example, we can go really hard, we can lift really heavy, but on days that we just want to have fun, we can do a training session kind of as a placeholder, lift lighter, focus on form, have a good time. So, positive self-talk. If you want to skip a training session, just say, hey, I have permission to take it easy and have fun. And then once you get into the training session, you may find that you want to push it a little harder, but that's completely up to you. Simply understand, hold that space, get your training in, pull back the difficulty, have a good time, and you'll find that you'll have a good training session every time. All right, I've got my Tabata trainer set up, I got my timer, I've got my training. Today we're gonna swing and we're gonna hoop. Why? Because those are some of my favorite things to do. So this is a fun training session, and then we're gonna do the big five. Let's get started. I got my YouTube music, got my hoop, got my Tabata timer. All right. Get ready. I love the hoop. Pull your abs in tight. Really good for helping you get that flat stomach and that smaller waist. Squeeze it. Down it goes. Gonna get my kettlebell. Just a 10-pounder. Here we go. Plenty of time to get that hoop. Now, if you don't have a hoop, you could do jumping jacks or mountain climbers or total body extensions. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use body weight or you can swing a dumbbell. It's fun. Oop, I don't even want to rest, but I'm gonna back to my bell. This is a light kettlebell. Gonna move pretty quick. This is the warm-up round, so I'm using a lighter bell. Hoop. Whoop. Don't hit your barbell. You can do some dropping down. Pull those abs in. Rest. And swing. I love this free timer. I don't have to think about the timing, just have to listen. Notice I'm alternating direction with my hoop. Some people hesitate to buy a heavy hoop, thinking, what am I going to use it for? Incorporate it into your other training. The more experience you have, the faster you can swing that hoop. Still moving. Round 8. Squeeze the glutes. Go for it. All right, there we go. Now, we move on to our resistance training with the big 5. I'm going to do 5 exercises, 8 reps with a light weight, 8 reps with a heavier weight. Gonna do this in a circuit. Away we go. Here's my light weight. Just a 15. Gonna start with the overhead press. Pulling in my abs. Now, a barbell squat. Abs tight, here we go. Hinge the hips. It's an enjoyable weight. Into the row. Pulling in my abs every time. Immediately into Romanian deadlift. Right into a curl. Squeeze those biceps. What could be simpler? So simple. Shifting to dumbbells. But not too hard. Don't go too heavy and go to try to do. Make sure that you have a weight that you can safely clean and press, or that you have a rack. They're not fancy, and they're not all that easy to get in and out of, but they do work. Here we go. Don't need... Notice pulling in my top non-pregnancy weight, 108, but I am maintaining that tight waist, which is where we see really good health outcomes. If you can keep your waistline to within about 2 inches of what it was when you first matured, so like in your early 20s, if you can keep it within 2 inches of that, you reduce your chances of the diseases of obesity, diabetes, certain cancers, dementia, all of these different things. So keeping that waist as lean and tight as we can, it's good stuff. All right, we still have curls. I'm going to finish with these 10s for 8. Here we go. I might have been able to do the 12s. That's okay. Permission to focus on form. No swinging. You see that pause? That prevents the swing. Makes it harder, even more effective. All right, time to get back to the good times. Are you ready? I'm ready. We're gonna swing and we're gonna hoop, we're gonna hoop and we're gonna swing. Gonna use a heavier bell. Switching up to the 15. I love kettlebells. As you get stronger, you can invest in heavier bells. You can give your lighter bells to a friend who's just getting started if you want to, or you can exchange them. You can probably find a way to sell them on eBay or just keep a collection. Bells are awesome. Are you ready for Tabata number 2? This one's going to be a little harder, a little heavier bell, one more time, and then we're done with our 20-20 training session. Remember the challenge? 20 grams of carbohydrate a day, 20 minutes of training 3 times a week, 20 days. Oh, by the way, I've already lost 3 pounds. Yay! Feeling good. That's what it's all about. Feeling good, feeling healthy. All right, one more Tabata. Here we go. Just restart this music. Because I like it so much. Oh, actually, I'm just going to stick with this. Okay, Tabata time. Logging back in. And press play to start. Press play to start.
Starting your Tabata workout.
Get ready.
Exercise.
All right. Pull it in tight. Squeeze those glutes. Take some little mini squats to increase intensity. Come on, pull in those abs.
Rest.
And catch the hoop.
Exercise.
Heavier bell. More intensity. Down it goes. Grabbing the hoop.
Exercise.
Abs tight. All right, so using a little more speed. Speeding up the hoop. Going faster. Doing the dip.
Rest.
Right, so I'm coming in here going, oh, gonna take it easy today. But then you get into it.
Exercise.
Staying on top of my feet. Doing my best not to roll out.
Rest.
All right. Back to the right. Pulling in my abs, squeezing my glutes,
Exercise.
squeezing the thighs. Going for it. Squeeze. Quarter squat and dip. Squeeze those glutes. Come on.
Rest.
Back to the bell, back to the swing.
Exercise. Rest.
Nice having the timer. Tells me when to safely set down my kettlebell.
Exercise.
One of my favorite additions to Tabata, squeezing the forearms together and lifting. Getting some upper body training
Rest.
into the hooping routine.
Exercise. Rest.
Down it goes. Round 8. We did it.
Done. Great workout. You spent 4 minutes 7 seconds exercising.
Whew. All right. So this, I will show you what it looks like. Let's go to the gear. Whew. All right, so it went to Get Pro. There. That's what happens. So anyway, if you go on the App Store and you just enter Tabata timer, this one should pop up at the front. It's free, easy to use. The one that's free has some has some advertisements on it, but it doesn't cause any problems. It's no big deal. So check it out. It's free. Whew. So results. We are a full week into our challenge. Or is it 2 weeks? I got to go back and count. At any rate, 3 pounds down. Really exciting. I do want to share something though. My husband and son and I, we are back in rehearsal. Our production company is doing Between Daylight and Boonville in Tuolumne County at Somerville High School, renting the theater, although he does teach there. There is some language in this show, so I want to make it clear that this is our production, not Somerville's. It's not terrible, PG, right? But it's in there, at any rate. Back into rehearsal, just enjoying it so much, and discovering that when I'm doing the things that I love, it really is easy to not just maintain my weight, but actually to get leaner. Lots of different reasons for that. Positive feelings, positive emotions tend to help us manage appetite. Negative feelings, negative sensations, negative emotions can increase appetite because for many different reasons. But one is that to a certain extent, fat is kind of protective. If you're under stress, your autonomic system thinks, this woman's under stress. Maybe we should store a little extra body fat just in case she gets in trouble, correct? But when you're feeling good, when you're feeling proactive, you're enjoying the work that you do, you're giving a signal to your autonomic system, to your subconscious that things are going well. And so you're living in a state of happiness, productivity, excellent well-being, and so you're giving your entire body and your subconscious, your entire system, the signal that it's okay to go ahead and release fat. You don't necessarily need what I call the protective coating, right? We release the protective coating when we're doing things that we love. So I want to encourage you to think about if I have given up overeating, compulsive overeating, using food as a drug, addicted to sugar. So sugar was the drug that I used to help me cope with unhappiness, help me cope with life. But you do need to find a replacement. And my replacement is to replace addiction with love. And I love the theater and singing and dancing. And I also love making YouTube videos and doing the kind of training that's fun and feels good. What I have discovered is that if your workout is putting you in a state of chronic discomfort and stress, this has hormonal effects which tend to lead to overeating. One of the things that was discovered in an important study that was done at Saddleback College years ago with young students was the difference between the students who are naturally slender and the students who were overweight and obese. They put heart rate monitors on them, and they found out that the kids who were going faster and the kids who were slender, their heart rates were not getting that highly elevated. I mean, it was essentially easy and comfortable for them. Whereas the kids who were going slower, the ones who were dealing with trying to run with obesity, their heart rates were incredibly high. So high that one researcher actually called it a kind of torture, that they were actually pushing themselves much harder than the naturally slender natural runners were. So what we need to understand is when people are naturally slender and naturally take to endurance athletics, it probably feels good to them. We also have research that people who have been obese and who are currently obese, I used to be obese, that we have more fast twitch muscle fibers, which makes us better suited to weightlifting and interval training. So go ahead, give yourself permission to do what works for you. Give everybody else permission to do and enjoy what works for them. Viva la différence. We all make the world go around. Finding the training that works for you. But the bottom line is, it doesn't have to hurt. And then the other thing I want to leave you with as a dancer and choreographer and a performer is that pain is the enemy of form, and form matters the most. Remember when your back hurts, you're kind of over like this, not great form, correct? But when you're feeling good, you've got that wonderful upright posture, zipping up the abs, shoulders are down. You don't need to stay in a state of pain. Well, that's enough from me for today. I am going to be back later today. I'm going to be doing an actual regular video that I'll be, filming and editing some and putting up. And this one is about a study of the ketogenic diet that was done long term in Kuwait with about 60 participants, men and women, and it was the effect of following a ketogenic strategy for an entire year. So come back, I'm going to be getting that video done. You'll really enjoy seeing the results of this. It's very encouraging, and it also answers the question of how do I do a ketogenic nutrition strategy if I'm concerned about saturated fat. So come back to the Sugar Freedom channel, like, subscribe, share. We'll see you soon right here, either in the Sugar Freedom office or the Sugar Freedom kitchen, or maybe even outdoors as it's a beautiful summer. All right, everybody, make it a wonderful day.